Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Students, today we will do the revision of this chapter number 2, that is components of food. So, in the previous chapter, we have learned that food is required to get energy for growth, for repairment of our damaged body parts, and also it keeps us healthy and fit. So, we eat a variety of food items according to our taste, according to our availability, and also according to the body requirement. For example, some of us are vegetarian and eat roti, dal, rice, vegetables, bread, butter, whereas some of us are non vegetarians and we used to eat meat, fish, and chicken, eggs. So, in this chapter, we will study the various components of food, their sources, and significance for the human health, and also the disease caused due to the food deficiency or due to the deficiency of nutrients. Okay, so your first, there are so many components of food, and these components are required for the growth, repairment, and the maintenance of our body. And the various components are carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, proteins, and apart from this, roughage and water are also needed. Okay, so we will discuss them one by one. So the first component is carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates are the main sources of energy for our body. They are also known as energy giving foods because they gives us instant energy. And the food items like fruits, vegetables, cereals, and bread, these are the sources of carbohydrates because they contains a lot of carbohydrates. So food items rich in carbohydrates are known as energy giving food. There are so many food items present, and these which are rich in carbohydrates, and these are known as energy giving food because they provide us instant energy. And the sources are potatoes, bananas, yam, etc. contains a lot of starch. So potato, bananas, and other so many sources of carbohydrates are there, such as wheat, common sugar, jaggery, tapioca, pasta. All these are also the sources of carbohydrates and they gives us instant energy. Okay, so they are required by our body to gives us instant energy. And these carbohydrates are of two types. First one is sugar and the second one is starch material. So this sugar is available in sugar, jaggery, and fruits, which gives us immediately gives us energy. And the next one is starch material. For example, rice, bread, potatoes, they retain energy for some hours, and they also gives us energy. Okay, so basically they are the energy giving foods and which gives us instant energy. Now the next one is fats. Fats are also energy giving food and they gives us more energy than carbohydrates. They gives more energy as compared to the carbohydrates, but they need some time to convert into energy. Okay, and there are two sources of fats. First one is plant source. The examples are groundnut, soya bean oil, coconut oil, and mustard oil. They all are the sources of, they all are plant sources, or you can say that they are the vegetable fats. Okay, the other examples are soya bean and walnuts, also sunflower oil, also they are also plant sources. The next one are animal sources, and the examples are butter, ghee, meat, milk, cream, fish, meat, eggs, all are the animal sources. So these fats are of two types and they also gives us energy, but they required some time to convert into energy. Okay, so we must include them in our diet because they gives us energy, and due to the deficiency of these components we feel tired, and we doesn't have enough energy to do some work. That is why carbohydrates and fats are essential for our body. Okay, now the next nutrients are the proteins. Proteins are also known as the bodybuilding foods because they are necessary for the growth and repairment of our body. And this is the reason that the growing children and the pregnant women and the people recovering from any illness needs more protein in their diet to for recovering and for the proper growth and development. And these proteins can be obtained from the plant and the animal sources like fish, eggs, chicken, milk, cheese. These all are pulses, and soya beans also are the food items that are rich in proteins. There are so many other sources of proteins are also present like milk, whole eggs, fish, meat, beans, wheat bread, cheese, sunflower seeds, yogurt, corn and peas, oat milk, lentils. They all are also the sources of proteins, and we must include them in our diet for the proper growth and development of our body. And due to the deficiency of these proteins, we may suffer from many diseases like kwashiorkor, marasmus, and there are so many other diseases also which occur due to the deficiency of this protein. So we must include the food or the sources of food which are rich in proteins in our diet. Okay. Now the next one are vitamins. Vitamins are the organic chemical compound which cannot be synthesized by the human body and must be obtained through the diet. So vitamins are those components which cannot be synthesized by our body, and we must be obtained through the diet. So we have to include the food items rich in vitamins in our diet, which gives us proper vitamins. And these vitamins are the natural components of food, and they are required by our body in very small amount, but it is very essential to include them in our diet for the normal growth and development. Vitamins also help us to fight against infection, and there are so many vitamins present in our food, and different vitamins have the different functions. Okay, so these are the different vitamins. For example, first one is vitamin A. The sources are milk, butter, egg yolk, carrot, tomato, green vegetables. And the functions of vitamins A are it helps in the proper night vision and the healthy skin. Next one are vitamin B. The sources are the yeast, eggs, liver. And there are so many functions of vitamin B that it releases energy from the carbohydrates. It keeps our nervous system healthy. It also keeps our skin healthy and helps in the formation of the red blood cells. Now the next one is vitamin C. The sources are the fresh fruits and vegetables, and all citrus fruits are the sources of vitamin C like guava, tomato, orange, lemon. All these citrus fruits are the sources of vitamin C. And vitamin C helps in healing of wounds and resistance to disease, that it helps our body to fight against infections or the diseases. Now the next one is vitamin D. The sources are the butter, fish, oils, eggs, and the functions are it keeps our bones strong and it also keeps our teeth strong. Now the next one is vitamin E. The sources are the cereals and green vegetables, and vitamin E may be needed for the reproduction and helps to fight against diseases. Next vitamin is vitamin K. The sources are the milk, butter, egg yolk, carrot, tomato, green vegetables, and vitamin K helps in the clotting of blood. Okay, so these are the different vitamins, and these are the functions of these vitamins. There are several diseases also which occur due to the deficiency of these vitamins. So let's discuss them also. Okay, so First one is vitamin A. The deficiency disease is loss of vision, and the symptoms of the disease are the poor vision or the complete loss of vision in darkness, or the loss of vision during night. Okay. Now the next one is beriberi. The disease is beriberi. The vitamin is vitamin B1, and the symptoms are the weak muscles and very little energy to work. Now the next vitamin is vitamin C. The disease is the scurvy. The symptoms are the bleeding gums, and the wounds takes longer time to heal. The next vitamin is vitamin D. The deficiency disease is rickets, and the symptoms are the bones becomes soft and bend. And the sunlight is the most important source of vitamin D. Okay. Now there are some minerals also which are required by our body. So first of all we will discuss that what are mineral, and after that we will discuss about the deficiency disease of minerals. Okay. So these are the minerals. Minerals are the substances which are required by our body in very small amount, but it is very important to include them in our diet, because minerals help in the strengthening of bones and teeth, and they are also help in the proper functioning and the normal growth and good health. Okay. So mineral do not supply any energy to our body, but it is still important because it helps in maintaining the proper heartbeat. And there are so many minerals present in our food like calcium, iron, iodine, phosphorus, potassium, sodium. All are the minerals which are present in our diet. Okay. So now let's discuss that the deficiency disease which are caused due to the deficiency of minerals. So the first mineral is calcium. The deficiency disease is the bone and tooth decay, and the symptoms are the weak bones and the tooth decay. Iodine is also a mineral. The deficiency disease is goiter, and the symptoms are the glands in the neck appears swollen, and the mental disability in children also. The next is iron. Anemia, deficiency disease is anemia, and the symptoms are the weakness. So apart from these minerals, there are some other minerals also present like calcium, like sodium, and the sources of the sodium are the common salt, fish, meat, eggs. And the function of sodium is that sodium is the essential for the contraction of muscles and the transmission of the nerve impulses. And one more mineral is there, that is potassium. The sources are the milk, yogurt, oranges, potato. And the function of potassium is that it is also essential for the contraction of muscles and the transmission of the nerve impulse. Okay. So there are so many sources of vitamins and minerals are present. Let's discuss them. Okay, these are the vitamins and minerals and their sources. So first one is vitamin A. The sources are cheese, carrot, egg, sweet potato, fish. The next is the vitamin B, and the sources are the whole grain bread, nuts, pulses, meat, fish. And the next one is the vitamin C. The sources are broccoli, pepper, kale, orange, tomato, berries, lemon also. The next one is vitamin D. The sources are the sunlight, salmon, eggs, and the beef liver. Sunlight is the most important source of this vitamin D. There are some minerals also like calcium. The sources are milk, kale, sardines, cheese, and the nuts. And the next one is the iron. The sources are the green vegetables, nuts, pulses, and the red meat. There are one more most important mineral is iodine, and the sources are the iodized salt, and the seafood, green leafy vegetables, and the function of this iodine is that it is essential for the formation of the thyroxine hormone, and this thyroxine hormone is secreted by the thyroid gland present near the neck region, and this hormone controls our physical and mental development. It is responsible for the physical and the mental development of our body. So apart from these components, these five components, roughage or the dietary fibers and the water are also essential. Okay, so these are the dietary fibers. These are also known as the roughage, and this is the fibrous undigestible material present in our food, that is known as a roughage. And the main function of these dietary fibers or the roughage is that it helps to remove the undigested food from the body. And there are so many sources of roughage, like cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits. All these includes all these food items contains dietary fibers or the roughage. Okay, so the main function of roughage is that roughage helps our body to get rid of the undigested food and also prevent our body from constipation. It also absorb a great amount of water and helps to retain water in the body. Okay, now the next one is water. Water is very essential component of our body because a major portion of our body is formed of the water. About 70% of our body is made up of water, and it is the most important constituent of food, and it is also very essential for life. Okay, for example, if a child whose weight is 35 kilogram has about 25 kilogram of water in his body. That is why the water is needed by our body, and water also performs so many functions. Okay, so water helps in throwing out some waste from the body as urine and sweat, and it helps our body to absorb nutrients from the food. Water is very essential component of a body. Okay, and the sources are the we drink water directly as well as receive water from the milk, tea, fruits, vegetables, cold drink, and etc. We can drink it directly, and we also get it from the milk, from tea, from the fruits, vegetables, and the cold drink also. Okay, our body needs at least 2 to 3 liters of water every day we need about 2 to 3 liters of water. That is why it is recommended that we should drink at least 6 to 8 or 10 to 10 12 glasses of water every day, because we get most of the water by plain drinking. And these tea, coffee, milk, fruit juice, and cold drinks gives us a very little amount of water. Okay, so we need to drink the plain water also, because water also acts as an important medium where the most of the chemical reactions in the body takes place. Okay, and it also helps to absorb the nutrients from the food that we eat. Okay, so it is a very essential part of our body. And sometimes there is a excessive loss of water from the tissues of our body, that is known as a dehydration. So to prevent our body from dehydration also, we should consume or we should drink at least 10 to 12 glasses of water every day. All right, so these are the components of food which are required by our body to keep ourselves healthy and fit. Okay, so you have to include these nutrients in your diet daily to prevent your body from the deficiency of these nutrients, or to prevent your body from the deficiency diseases. Okay, so thank you and see you in the next video.